So I teach multimedia, same like digital design, textiles. I mainly do food tech and hospitality. So I'm a chef background. So I left school, year 10, did all that stuff, and then did chefing. I did my apprenticeship in Newport Arms. Oh yeah, like I was saying to Howie, I haven't got a new board for 4 or 5 years. And before that, it was the exact same model. It's just been
They were
swallowtails. They were a copy of that I rode. I had 4 of them previously, from like epoxy to normal, and I took that and said copy this and had epoxy of those. And now I've kind of gone like, well, all moved away. I'm not getting that connection from my shaper anymore. And I was like sitting scrolling through Instagram. I was like, why am I not using Howie? He's a local guy. He knows the conditions around here. It was just a no-brainer. It might not be a story you want to use, but 2005, 2006, my friend got on the team for Howie, and I was so jealous because we had like a rivalry, and I was like, why is he getting all these sponsorships and I'm not, and we're on the like junior tour together and stuff. And then Howie hit me up, and I was like, oh, sick. I remember filling out an order form, and yep, cool, let's order a board. And I panicked and called a week later and said, no, I don't want it anymore. I was only a little kid, and I was like, what am I doing? My dad was all a bit weird about it, and he's like, what? Because we were riding insight boards and stuff like that, and yeah, that was funny. Now I come back to it and be like, what could have been, you know? I don't know. I kind of think, you know, I was competing on the junior tour. That's why I left school in year 10. Had the opportunity to do that. I was just riding all these funny boards, like square tail dumpster divers and all this kind of stuff that people weren't riding. I was like, for such a tall guy, I don't know, it was always tricky for me, was going into a shop, getting a board, finding something that felt good on your arms, me being 6'8". Nothing felt like it was suited to me, so I got used to riding just thin toothpicks or like weird dimension boards and stuff like that. So every single board I've had until now, I got the 2 boards from Howie, have been epoxy. That's why I was kind of like to Howie, I went in there with my old board and I was like, I want the same feeling, but I don't want to go epoxy, I want to go PU. How do I do that? So I've gone to a stretched out 6'2", 6'3", swallowtails, still have swallowtails. I saw the lines, man. I was like, that's pretty much exactly what I wanted. I've seen a couple of guys riding them. I'm like, yeah, this looks good. Yeah, it's interesting to see. A lot of the kids are riding it as well. In between, not the grommy kids, but the teenager guys I've seen riding lines pains. Well, it took me out of my comfort zone. It took me from saying, you know, like I said, I've been riding the same board for 7 years, same dimensions, same everything. And then the good times was a smaller wave. And that transition onto the lines mane was a bit different from epoxy to that. I don't know, it was always tricky for me, was going into a shop, getting a board, finding something that felt good on your arms, me being 6'8". Nothing felt like it was suited to me, so I got used to riding just thin toothpicks or like weird dimension boards and stuff like that. So most of the kids here love the free surfers. You know, they look up to like guys like Noah Dean and, you know, Creed McTaggart and all those guys. So they're all the guys that have gone off from doing all the competing stuff, because Noah Dean was on the tour when we were doing it, and he was already earning $100,000, and he was 15 or 16 years old. And he was just had such like this raw like aggression that was different to everyone else. Trying to get the year 7 kids, you know, the younger ones, as soon as they come in, up to the year 10s or year 11s, and it'll just be more of like a competing like Barrenjoey surf team. You know, have that mentor, you know, because we're as close as school to the beach anywhere in Australia. This will be a new program starting up. It's all been approved. So yeah, it's all going ahead. November. Gives the kids like a little bit more of a one-on-one time and a little bit more guidance into where they want to go. You know, we'll travel to comps together on the bus, you know, go rent a house somewhere. We'll be together as a group. It's almost like a class outside of school. I'm not just a teacher. I mean, the kids see me anyway, mate, outside of school. That's probably the best thing that's been about working at Barrenjoey and surfing, is that I've already got that relationship with the students outside of the classroom. And so, and I teach the majority of those guys in my classes, because I see all of year 7 and most of the kids there in year 7. I see all the year 8s and year 9s. and they're out in the surf. Oh, hey sir, how you going? Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the kids say. I mean, that's a lot of times when the year 7s come in, because I'm the year 7 year advisor as well. So it's like I look after the whole year 7 group as a well-being mentor. And they're like, oh sir, when we first saw you, it was so scary, and like we didn't want to talk to you. I was like, well, what do you think of me now? And they're like, oh yes, like, yeah, they love it. And it's like, well, you don't. It's like you guys judging someone straight away. It's funny. I can definitely see that. Like, I'm a 6'8" guy with tattoos and stuff. I could be pretty intimidating people, but I'm not. I'm the softest guy. I mean, I was a childcare teacher for 8 years. Like, I looked after babies. So